Alright, gentle people, so we're here as promised. I mean, a number of persons have been waiting for this, especially since the news of the Demon Slayer anime redoing the Mugen Train movie in the anime. We're finally here. December, it's time for the entertainment district arc. It's time to get flamboyant. Yo, but not like, I'm looking forward to seeing the battles that take place in this arc. Of course, I've read the manga to its completion, so at this point, like everybody else, I'm looking forward to the movie quality madness that's going to be on display. So yeah, the only thing though I wasn't counting on, the episode is like what, 40 something minutes, which I mean, I'm complaining, but I'm not complaining because I was expecting to, do a quick reaction and thing, but it is what it is. Let's hopefully I don't have any, problems doing any recording over the 40 minutes, because we know it goes already with my recordings. Sometimes it's so usually less, like, shorter the episode, the better. Less probability or less chances of me having problems recording. But yo, this is going to be fun, going to be interesting to say the least. Let me know if you guys want weekly Demon Slayer reactions to the end of this season. I don't know, comments. Yeah. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Let's see. Oh, somebody messaging me. Let's see where this episode leads us. Alright, so here we go, gentle people. Of course, hopefully fair use. Come on, it's 40 something minutes. Please, YouTube, though. Please don't give me a copyright. Let me put up the banner too. Yeah, let's go. Hold on. And headphones. Boom. There we go. Of course, we're recapping Akaza versus Rengoku. Yo, like seeing the highlights, like all the fight scenes just like one after the other like this, it kind of, it's a nice, like it just looks sick, isn't it? I guess since they're recapping, I'll give my thoughts. I mean, I did do a review, or basically my thoughts on the movie back when I initially watched it. Like I rate Rengoku, but not like the man, it might have that charisma. Like, he wasn't in the series for long, but like in the little time that we got to spend with him, like I think a lot of persons would say, yo, they really like Rengoku. You know, the man just, yo, probably eccentric, but yo, if like, it sucks that he didn't really get to make it to the end of the series. But then again, a lot of characters won't. No spoilers though. Yo, where's the opening, dog? I'm ready to rinse it, as I was saying. Quality looking amazing, as expected so far. Nah, like, anybody, well, anybody who didn't have them feels from last episode of the movie just get immediately hit with it right again. Shadow. So now that I think about it, between episode 1 and this episode, it's kind of like we got 4 episodes, right? Essentially. Because I think it was announced that this season would have been 18 episodes. So it kind of feels like it kind of works out to 20 episodes, time running wise. Yo, you're really holding off on the opening, dog. Listen, I want to hear him, dog. Jeez. But I guess probably at the end of the episode we'll probably hear it, because the way they're like building this up, they're more like treating this like like it's a next season by itself. Yes, me. How should I put it? Like, going to this episode and seeing all these credits and thing, you wouldn't think that. You would think this is the beginning of the season, and I mean, technically speaking, some persons would actually consider it the true beginning of the season. Wait, Muzan. Yo, now like the soundtrack though, dog. Me have again give it the props, isn't it? Episode 1, so Tengen Uzui. See, as me say, it kind of come like we're basically just a start. Yo! It's just that change for me, dog. Man's like, dog. So what? You eliminate Hashira, like. Man's like, yo, dog. I'm not impressed. Is me? Akaza. Yo. Question for you guys. Even though this, I wouldn't even want to say this is a rhetorical question, but do you think if visually speaking, Demon Slayer looked, say, half as good as the production that Ufotable has put together, do you think manga-wise it would have sold as much as it did when last year and the year before? Let me know what you guys think, because I'm of the opinion that yes, definitely anime should, push and promote the manga and thing, but of course a lot of people would say, yo, it's because of how amazing the production is visually speaking, audio, whatever the case may be, that's why Demon Slayer is really pushing. Granted, I do kind of subscribe to the idea that yes, the story has a very visceral element going to it, kind of really appeals to it really kind of humanizes a lot of the experiences, I suppose. As far as how much you can humanize the whole universe of Demon Slayer, but in terms of how the characters are portrayed, how they're characterized and thing, I think it kind of touches like a whole visceral spots when it comes down to persons, well, us the audience essentially. So I want to know what you guys think. Of course, I think it generally is a combination of the two, but of course, the visual production standpoint is a major factor. But just let me know in the comment section. Look Pandaman face. Of course, he's heard. Did someone say part 1 Neji Hyuga enter the building? Sun breathing, see it now. Well on. Yo! One say, yo, Tanjirou, where are the youth? Yeah. Tanjirou seems to have a habit of headbutting for Hashira, doesn't he? No, the rough part about if Tanjiro was actually on Rengoku's level, it kind of feels like a Jigen Ishiki situation. Like, they would have gotten killed. Because, honestly, slight spoilers from the manga, Akaza wasn't going all out. Right. The OST. Shadow. Yo, it's about serious, dog. Once yo, I have to do all this work for the sword, dog. You're gonna lose it again. Alright, the training begins. If memory serves right, they should be training for 5 months between training and going on missions. If my memory of the manga stands firm. Okay, so almost 4 months. Basically 4 months. Inosuke, dog. At least Inosuke has a spirit, dog. Alright, so I like this, of course, I might expand upon it because manga wise, we didn't actually get to see like we were told they did 4 months of training and they did missions in between, but we didn't actually get to see them go on, or not even like a highlight reel or anything of them going through and actually going to the where these demons are or anything. So yeah, and of course it's a nice way to pad out the episode, in a good way, of course. All right, best girl. Man said, dog, sorry about this, but you just have got dead, my youth. Like art at work. Little CG there. Like she just doesn't walk with the dog. I guess they're translating this as unflashy instead of flamboyant. Well, there. Nope. Ow. The Sound Hashira Tengen Uzui. What is here? Alright, cool. Dang, this episode is comedy. Yo, do I try and make this dramatic? I did love those camera angles though. Flashy indeed. It's time for the art, dog. OST. Yo. What? The waifus, dog. Yo. That is thumbnail worthy. This is thumbnail worthy. Yo. Finally got my wish. Hear the opening. And I like what they're doing with like the first part of the opening. It seems like they're pairing Tanjirou with Hashira. So it's going to be interesting to see the other ones going forward. Michael Jackson. Yo. Yo, alright, the opening. Flames. Yo. Alright. Nin. Shinobi. Who's Tengen's voice actor? It sounds familiar. Like, I know it's anime, right? And to a certain degree, we have to suspend our, suspend our sense of logic. But how do you pick up like the scent? How do you pick up a sense of responsibility? And it's not like metaphorically speaking. This is Tanjiro, so he means it literally. So this is the funny part about it. Alright, so that was by right should be episode 8 of season 2 or episode 1 of the Entertainment District arc, whichever way you want to slice and dice it, but we're finally here. Finally. And that opening, dog, clean. Yo, but not lie, I am hyped to see this arc animated, and yo, this was a great start. And I think the decision to make it 40 something minutes essentially was the right choice, because if it was just the first 20 something minutes of this episode, I think as a fan or a watcher, after going back through the Mugen Train arc, I think persons would have been alright with it, but they would have been a bit disappointed all the same. So doing essentially what feels like 2 episodes in one, I thought it was the right move for the most part. Now, of course, it's ufotable, it's Demon Slayer, visuals, OSTs looking clean, looking good, not gonna lie. Of course, what I do like about this section of the story is kind of start to piece together that Muzan seemingly is after something. Of course, as you might expect, even with the upper moons, there seems to be not the best relationship between Muzan and even the upper moons, if we're basing things off his interaction with Akaza, much less. Of course, Muzan continues to, quote unquote, fit in with society, while it seems like he's searching for something all the same. So, of course, that kind of is an additional breadcrumb, something for us, the audience, to get invested in, even though Muzan seemingly won't be the central focus of this arc, but something to look forward to in the long run. I thought that was a good move, even when I read it in the manga for the most part. Even though I think I feel like I left out something, but I can't remember. If you did read the manga as well, let me know. But there is that, and of course it does set up the eventual it does hint at an eventual rematch between, well, not a rematch, a future match between Tanjirou and Akaza. So, at least some setups there in for the long run. So that's the good part about the beginning parts of this episode. Of course, like I was kind of hinting during the reaction segment, the whole humanizing, visceral elements of the episode are on display. The whole humanizing, we get time to actually see how, Tanjiro, his Rengoku's father, Senjuro, all those characters react. So that was a good piece of information as well. And funny enough, the interaction with the Rengoku residents essentially is another piece of setup. Of course, we get the name of the Hinokami Kagura, apparently the original breathing style, sun breathing, which sounds awesome, and that all other breathing techniques are just knockoff off of that. So that's interesting. So the episode kind of does a lot to actually set up and give the audience something to really look forward to beyond this arc, even before we even get into the Entertainment District. So that's the good part about it. In terms of characterization, in terms of Tanjiro, in terms of just what we saw from the dialogue, in terms of what Zenitsu was saying, that even someone like Tanjiro can become depressed and everything, and just to see that they actually took the time to train. They didn't just kind of just throw them into the next situation and let them just grow stronger through battle. It's nice that we actually got to see them train, and even the additional scene of getting to see Tanjiro go on the mission, even though it, for the most part, I would imagine helps to pad out the episode, I thought it was a welcome addition, because as I was saying, manga wise, we're told that they went on missions and trained for like 4 or 5 months, and then we eventually came back to the manor and met Tengen, which is what we saw in this episode. But that's how it basically went in the manga. So getting that additional scene, definitely a welcome addition. It definitely works with the episode. It doesn't feel jarring or out of place. So that was good as well. Beyond the moments with the Rengoku residents and Senjuro and Kyojiro's father, I think what I definitely like, and I think it's easy to talk about since I know how the story is going to go, but with Rengoku's dad, If you guys are really bashing him, I know it kind of felt like he was being super douchey, super unreasonable in this episode, but there's nuance there to his character. And I mean, given everything he's went through, if you really think about it, in the grand scheme of things, I think it will make sense once we get to those later arcs. So yeah, I guess something else to look forward to. Well, that aside, I did love the comedy aspects of this episode. Yo, between with the guy that was running down Tanjirou for breaking the sword, losing his sword again. Of course, we have Tengen, super flashy. So yeah, for the most part, I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the Entertainment District arc unfolds in the anime. The production's looking great. OSTs, as I said. Yo, the opening. Now I'm going to rinse it after this. Not gonna lie, but yeah, like I enjoyed this episode. 40-something minutes. Definitely did this work. Again, just seeing Tanjiro just through the dialogue and everything, that despite the issues he went through, in terms of how they responded, even how they kind of framed things in the beginning after the Rengoku versus Akaza flashback, when they were kind of framing with like Inosuke walking and thing, and you know, just giving us time to breathe and make it at least kind of believable that these characters were given some time to mourn and some time to actually move on beyond Rengoku's death. 4 months, life goes on, as Rengoku would say, you know, time isn't going to wait for you. So yeah, but I don't know, I thought it was a decent episode. Welcome addition to the Entertainment District arc. I think I've rambled on long enough. Of course, let me know what you thought about my thoughts and my reaction to this episode, and of course let me know if you guys want to see more Demon Slayer reactions weekly, because of course this video is going to gauge that, and I'm tempted to, you know, react every week anyway. But let me know. Anyway, leave a like. Hope you guys are having an awesome, well, this should be going up on Monday. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next Kimetsu no Yaiba reaction.